We are here with 401 Real Game by CoolBoy, once again delving into the depths of pirate gaming and trying to understand how these NES multi-carts did what they did, and how they did it so well. Well might be a stretch, but anyway, it's Adventure Island. Now, Adventure Island, this isn't actually, it's Adventure Island 2, I believe. But Adventure Island is a pretty interesting series, and it's actually one I've been wanting to do like a special video on, even though I'm not an expert on it. Because the original Adventure Island was an NES port of a Sega game. And it's weird because the original Sega game spawned its own series beyond that. And that evolution and expansion ended up creating like multiple different like iterations of everything with different branding. Like there was one based on one of the Wonder Boy games, the original series Wonder Boy, that was based around some Japanese wafer cookie stickers. And that was Bakuriman World, and there was a Famicom version of that that was based on the Journey West. That was Sayuki World. There was like 20 different iterations of just the very first Wonder Boy and Monster World. And then what was interesting is there was actually like a Adventure Island iteration later on Japanese cell phones. It was really bizarre. Now, one thing I've never really understood about Adventure Island, and not the Japanese version, because this is just a localization thing, but we are playing as, of course, Master Higgins in English, but in the Japanese version you were actually playing as Meijin Takahashi, who was, I believe, the president of Hudson Soft at the time and kind of a Japanese gaming celebrity, famed for being able to fire 16 shots a second in Star Soldier. And while I will commend their translation work for putting Master in his name, because that's basically what Meijin means when you translate to English, they changed his name to Higgins from Takahashi, and, you know, that would be less offensive to me if it wasn't an actual person. Let alone a person of actual note, especially in the games industry. Again, relative to the time, but still. You know, it's a weird change to me. But on the bright side, unlike the very first Adventure Island, which was so brutally hard that they even hid a continue code in the game, because you couldn't just continue from the start, this one you can just continue. And starting with Adventure Island 2, it got really good. And that's because it kind of was more of the same, but it was also trying to become its own thing. And then later, Adventure Island 4 would come out, but only in Japan, and that was like a non-linear platformer. That was a really fun game. I think I have it on one of my multi-carts. I don't think it's on this one, but I think I've got it on a couple, and I really want to play that at some point, because that's a really fun game, based on what I remember. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, one of my most wanted games right now is actually in the Adventure Island series. I'm looking for Super Adventure Island 2, because I played it briefly on one of my Super Nintendo multi-carts, and that was sort of like an expansion of Adventure Island 4, which, again, as I just said, was like a non-linear platformer. It was like they took that and just tried to make it a little bit more expansive, I guess. And from what little I played, I thought it was a really cool game, and I really kind of want it. But I like the Adventure Island series, even though I don't know much about it, and I'm not really an expert on it by any means. Okay, so that is the eggplant that will rapidly drain your health, and that is because Meijin Takahashi hated eggplants. I don't know what that was in the original version, but I know in this one it's eggplants. And I know that there's an invincibility item, that's the Hudson Bee, who later got her own anime and her own game that also featured Meijin Takahashi. Seriously, Adventure Island and like the Wonder Boy series is kind of just insanely deep in how convoluted and spiderweb the whole thing is. And of course, just last year there was Monster Boy, which was the newest iteration of the Wonder Boy series. And of course, because we're the red dinosaur, we can just be in fire, because reasons. But it's all the more important that we don't lose the red dinosaur. I think there is a secret somewhere around here we have to find as well for the red dinosaur. Wow, this guy just motors. You will not defeat the red dinosaur. He's too awesome. Come on, there's gotta be secrets. Oh no, we ran out of food. Alright, we'll give it one more shot and then we'll continue on to the next game. But I like this game. I like the series. Even though I'm not the most experienced with it. I have beaten the original Adventure Island a couple of times. It's not a game I would recommend you go back and play, though. The original Adventure Island, when it first came out, was rumored to be impossible to be defeated because it was just so wildly difficult, even with the continue code. And, well, yeah, this one's a little easier, but the whole series is pretty hard. I've heard the Game Boy, original Game Boy version of Adventure Island 2 is really, really good as well. I've been trying to find a copy of that for a while. But next we have Airwolf. Ooh. I just want to play the Airwolf theme. And I think this game does actually play the Airwolf theme, which is good because the Airwolf theme is awesome. And if that's the case, I might just crank up the volume just a scooch. Come on. But Airwolf is awesome. Yeah, Airwolf. Alright. Oh, we can actually change our weapons. Cool. Stage 1. Oh. We do, in fact, get the Airwolf theme. I love the Airwolf theme. This game is not that great, but I do quite like the Airwolf theme. And to be able to hear an 8-bit rendition of it, that's pretty cool. It's actually really hard to see where you're going in this giant sea of weird green. Really hard to see what you're doing in this. Oh, let's not super speed this, that might be a problem later. Whoa, the game can't handle super speed. This is really slowed down. Alright, let's lower the volume again. Bring it back to where it was. But, man, 8-bit rendition of Airwolf theme. Yes, it rocks. About as much as the original Airwolf theme. Which was one of those sort of classic 80s themes, like the A-Team theme and stuff like that. And I think that's about all this game really has going for it. Because it is really slowed down. And it's not that much in terms of like how interesting it is. It's visually kind of giving me a headache to look at, honestly. Like that green smear of a mountainside and like a forest, that is really hard on my eyes. Gotta admit, that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, that's sadly the real fate of the actual Airwolf helicopter. After the show, they retrofitted it into being a rescue helicopter, and, like, it crashed immediately. And that's unfortunate, because Airwolf was, like, the greatest helicopter ever, and, like, the only notable one. Alright, so next we have All-Pro Basketball. Okay. Which is apparently All-Pro Basketball by Vic Tokai. Hey! Everyone's favorite gas and electric company that made games sometimes. including Clash at Demon Head. Let's play a new game. I've never heard of any of these people. New York Slicks? That seems like a made-up team. That looks like the opening to Roller Games. Wait, what? What? Did we just... Okay, it changed perspective. That's a bit strange. So is that just when you cross half? Okay, that's weird. So when you cross half, it flips sides. Okay, that's a weird system, and... Whoa! Okay, that was... Oh, and I thought I was bad sport ball. I gotta give him credit, it looks great when it does stuff like that. That's wildly impressive. Yeah! Alright. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to, like, get the ball out of my opponent's hands, though. Like, there doesn't appear to be, like, a steal or anything. I gotta admit, that perspective and presentation is really nice. Foul my ass. That was totally him faking. Traveling? What? This game cheats. It doesn't even know the rules of basket sport ball. That looked really interesting, but I think the stop and start of swapping perspectives as the ball travels past half was just going to slow down the game by a wide margin. Darkman by Universal and Ocean. Ocean made a lot of tie-in games, but they're a European company, or whereas I don't think Ocean's even around anymore. Okay. I'm Darkwing Duck. Okay. So, am I to climb this pipe? Or am I just supposed to... Okay, so I can actually Ninja Gaiden off walls. Okay. This guy's got some momentum to him. Okay. Fist fighting in this game. Special's a good word for it. Can I climb that rope? I guess not. Oh no, he's so sad. Can we just try again, please? I mean, I'm already kind of not wanting to play any more of this, honestly, because the momentum of this guy is awkward. Okay, it looked like I had an extra couple feet there to run on that platform. Huh. Okay, one thing that I'm not sure necessarily comes across as clear is it's not just momentum, it's that, like, literally everything here has, like, ice physics and is just super slippery. And it doesn't seem like it wants me to... Whoops. Okay, jump. There we go. Jump. Okay. So you can jump through platforms. Go team. That's competent. Okay. So... Alright, there we go. Okay. Whoa! Calm down, game. Okay, I jumped there and it wouldn't let me go. So this game has some weird notions about how collision and timing and stuff work. Alright, I think I'm sufficiently tired of that. That is not the most enjoyable platforming experience I've ever had on the NES. Alright, so next we have Banana Prince. Now this is a game, as far as I'm aware, never came out in English. It was in Japanese and German. And I tried to play through this game once. It's a great game, and I would love to play through it proper and get like an actual proper card of it. Unfortunately, it does the one thing you dread in any translated game that's actually really fun. And that is, it has a level that is based on reading comprehension, and it's in this case, it's a quiz. And another great game I would say that does that is Kid Dracula. Great game, never translated into English officially, but you can get an import copy, and it'll be great up until like the last level, which is a quiz. Have fun with that. It's sad because, you know, this is actually a really fun platformer. You collect diamonds and old people to act as, like, options and shields and stuff, from what I remember. It's been a little while since I've played this game, but this is a game I really want to get a hold of, although it's really hard to find. Regardless of if you're getting the English version, or the German version, or the Japanese version. Create these little, like, spring things to, spring pole vaulting. And then you eat some bananas. And you have this little scene where you have to go to different places. I don't remember what the, best way to get out of here is. I just know it's in German, and I can't read it German. There we go. There's a slide mechanic. And some kind of pickle monster. Take that, pickle monster. I'll collect another old man. Old man banana. Come on, Prince of all the bananas. Collect the rings. Plant more banana seeds. Whoops. I think I ran out of banana seeds or something. Super slide, go! That's the other button. I'm actually not sure what the old man does. I think he's kind of like a shield. And if enemies touch him, they take damage. But I don't really know. Honestly. It's been forever. I think this is the game that's kind of like a definition of one of those import games you really should try and play. Even though it does something that makes it almost unplayable if you don't read the language. Another old man. Oh no, am I out of bananas? We've got a secret casino. Can we enter here? Yes, we can. This is definitely one of the more interesting games on this cartridge, I think. Oh god, we're playing a board game. I don't remember this being in here. Okay. Okay, so this is a quiz thing, and I recognize the words at the bottom. Something about colors, and I think it has to do with bananas. I don't know what any of this means, so we're gonna go... I did something right. I was incorrect. I lost at banana quiz in German. Unfortunately, my reading comprehension in German is non-existent. I barely remember what little my grandfather taught me when I was a kid, so unfortunately, Banana Prince, as much as I want to play more of it and want to understand it better, probably isn't going to happen anytime soon. Anyway, these past few games, would I recommend this cartridge? Yes, honestly. Adventure Island 2 and Banana Prince kind of sell it for me. Darkman's kind of crap. All Pro Basketball, if you're more into sport ball, that might be your bag, but it looks great. I'm just not sure it's the most enjoyable experience. Airwolf, it has the theme song, and that's about it. But I think at least those two were significantly good enough to make up for it. But next time we will be looking at Shohuen. Ooh, also Bubble Bobble 2. That's exciting. That's a good game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, subscribe to the show to see more of this, along with some other stuff. And if you want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability. Plus, you get yourself on the Discord where we can talk about how awesome Banana Prince is and how much more awesome it would be if it ever came out in North America officially. I'm pretty sure there is a fan translation, actually, but alas, never official. Anyway, I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.